Hello and welcome to this Bug and Cat Team video where we are turning this plywood clock kit into a giant Rabbit Miraculous clock. If we look at these knockoff Rabbit Miraculouses, we can see the activation version and the charged version. I'm going to make my clock the charged version as the yellow gives a little more visual interest. I need to get this layout on my clock. As I'm not the greatest at freehand dimension guessing, I'm going to make a template. So I have a base image of the Rabbit Miraculous, which I enlarged to A3 paper size, as that's the size the clock is. Then I need a lot of circles to recreate the Rabbit Miraculous elements. I also need to do the hands of the clock. I will extend my clock base to include the pendant and crown, so I craft that template as well. Here is my basic template for the Rabbit Miraculous. I printed out and cut out the template pieces. I'm using some cardboard to make the pendant crown section. I need 2 pieces to make it the right thickness. I misdrew, so I made the section again with the extension so I can glue it to the back of the clock for support. I don't need a long seconds hand, so I chop it off. Guess my clock's going to be 30 seconds slow now. The case body has a black line, so I add this to my clock now so I don't have to be neat. I have decided to cover my clock in craft foam sheet rather than painting directly onto the plywood. I map out the general area I need to cut out. Then I puncture a small hole to thread the clock hands through, rather than pulling the clock apart. The foam sheet is thin enough that the clock still ticks. I use craft glue instead of hot glue to glue the 2 pieces together because I want the foam to dry flat, and hot glue would make it bumpy. Once the glue has dried, I use a craft knife to cut it to the correct shape. Time to add the clock face. I use containers to help with my circles. There, that's a rough outline. I start with the black and paint the black circle center, then the crown and outline. I will definitely need to touch this up at the end. I don't want a bright white section on the face of the clock, so I give it a light blue undercoat, which I will then go over with the white paint. I also give the yellow sections an undercoat as well. Moving on to the blue section of the face, I add the base coat of blue, and then I go over it with metallic blue. It's looking a little rough. We need to trust the process. I go over the black and yellow sections with Posca paint pens. Time to add the hands. The minute hand's too long, so I chop it to the right length and add the hour hand. Here's my finished clock set to miraculous time. And this is what it looks like on the wall. That's all for this video. Bug and Cat Team out.
I could have done this on my own.
But we're the Cat and Bug team, remember?
Bug and Cat Team, you mean?